Welcome back to Lostboys Cypher Circle. If you didn't know, now you do. This is the show where I bring artists of all kinds, whether they be musical artists, such as rappers, singers, guitar players, or writers, authors, novelists, poets, painters, you name it. We also have a show dedicated to just coming on and having an in-depth conversation. If you'd like to reach out to me and contact me about the show at all or coming on the show, whether it be our side show or this show, which I will talk about in a minute. But that is Dylan Lawler on Facebook or lostboy420x@gmail.com. Dylan Lawler on Facebook, lostboy420x@gmail.com. And please make sure you go subscribe to us on all major platforms that you can find podcasts, as well as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and all the other ones you see before you on screen. Make sure you keep a lookout for our extra show. Lost Boys presents Deep Cuts. It's a show where I bring artists on one-on-one to just have an in-depth conversation and kind of go deeper into their brain, deeper into mine, and just see what makes us both tick. It's a lot of fun. We've put out 8 episodes now, I think. And actually, the last episode was live and uncut. And I'm going to actually, after a teensy bit of editing, just to cut it down for video proportions, I'm going to upload it on YouTube as well. But it's in the live section already. If you'd like to go check out our 8th episode of Deep Cuts, it's with my man Cage C, who's going to be on here tonight. And actually and then the episode before that is with Ono, who is also on here tonight. So make sure you go check out our past episodes and keep a lookout for more. And if you'd like to donate to us at all, anything from 10 cents to $10 will help. And that is Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, LostBoy420X at any of those sites. And please don't forget the X, because you will type in someone else's tag. Excuse me. Now, before we do get into the show, I always kind of like to give a quick trigger warning, because this is very much a show about expressing our inner selves. And, a lot of the times that can come with our past traumas or our triggers, or just things that we need to get off our chest that might be triggering to someone else. And we understand that whether it be artist or audience member, it might be hard for some people to watch some of this content. So at any given time, no one will fault you. Please click out, come back another time. We're live every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Or you can come back later in the episode. But it's just not to harm anyone. This is not to make anyone feel uncomfortable. This is just a way for us to express ourselves and get shit off our chest, while kind of trying to provide some entertainment. So, the point of entertainment is not to be triggering or anything like that. So if you feel it's hard to watch, please click out at any time. And that being said, before we do get into the show, I also like to kind of give my 2 cents, my 5 minutes to the world, or whatever. And it's just my best piece of advice for anybody who is struggling with any kind of trauma, any kind of mental health, anything that they're carrying on their chest that they find hard to get out, or that's a burden. And my biggest piece of advice to anyone is just don't carry it by yourself. Lighten the load by sharing it with somebody else. You don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to reach out to somebody, because the worst thing you could possibly do is carry a burden by yourself. That is what's going to make it heavier and more cumbersome, and ultimately drag you down. So don't be afraid to seek help, whether it's coming on a show like this and talking to people, seeking help from a family member or a friend or a coworker. You can message me. I'll talk to you any day of the week. But yeah, just seek help, and don't keep it buried in, and don't keep it to yourself. I find that's the absolute worst thing to do when I'm struggling with shit. So, if you are looking for some professional resources to help you with that, there is 988 Lifeline Crisis. They have resources and professionals on hand to help you on their website, as well as a hotline that you can text and call. And there's also betterhelp.com, which is online therapy. They hook you up with an online therapist. I heard that it's actually pretty cheap. This is not like a sponsored advertisement or anything. But I have heard a lot of good things about them. I know people that use it and have found that it's very much helped them get into therapy, because the thing is they'll do like text or call or like whatever you're comfortable with. So, and because a lot of people aren't comfortable like sharing their deepest, darkest secrets face to face. So if you need to do that over text, over call, the therapist will work with you on that. And also what they'll do is swap you out with a new therapist. If this therapist isn't working, they'll swap you out free of charge until you find somebody who is comfortable. So I've heard very good things about it. Like I said, I know people who use it and have heard very, very good things about it. So I hope some people can find some help there. And yeah, let's get into the show. And if you want to ask us anything during the show, comment section is always open. Fire emojis, clapping hands, always welcome, everything like that. But let's get into the show. We gonna be a kind of low key show tonight. We got two of our favorite guests, as well as I believe one more surprise guest might be joining us very, very soon. But don't quote me on it, because I don't want anybody to be disappointed if there's not. So we'll hope for a surprise guest later, but right now we got Ono and we got my man Cage C joining us tonight. And my man Ono is going to go first. We're not going to even do any flyers tonight, but I will tell you guys can go find him and check him out if you want to. He is, if you don't know him, by the way, which I would hope that most of you do by now. They've both been very regular on the show for quite a while, since the very beginning. So my man Ono, he's a poet and a school teacher. He's part of a group initiative called Bomb with Words that brings awareness to mental health through writing and poetry, kind of like this. You guys can go follow him on Instagram at the Ono. That's THAONO1. You can follow him on YouTube at the Ono X and on Facebook at the Ono. You can go find some of his books on Amazon. Some of his books include Midnights and Now That's What I Call Poetry. And you can find links to all of this stuff on his website, theonoxpoetry.weebly.com. So make sure you go check him out and welcome him.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
I must say, for this commercialized February 14th weekend, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm on the road, right next door in Tobago. So enjoying myself, enjoying the one I love.
Awesome. Fantastic. I hope you had a good Valentine's Day.
Uh, I'm calling this Valentine's Day. Yesterday didn't happen because yesterday I was so sick.
Oh man, that's yo. It always sucks to end on any holiday. Any holiday, it sucks to be, but especially Valentine's Day when like you want to be like kissing and doing other stuff, So yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Yeah, no, that's no good. That's no good.
And yesterday was the first Valentine's Day with her.
Yo, that really blows. Well, I hope you guys can make it up to each other and
Oh yeah,
have
that's why we
have a
have
good.
today, and well, we had today,
There you go.
and of course, I had to use my background. You know how Ono does. So it's
Mhm.
nothing I'm plugging, but it's just one of the places we were today.
Oh, nice. That's a picture you took.
Yes.
Nice. That's awesome. That's really beautiful. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That was
because
today you took that pic. Man,
yes.
if you saw what it looked like outside my house right now, oh God, it's horrible. It's
Wait,
just cold and
wait,
gray and wet and full of snow and it's not
wait. Do you
good,
think
man.
wait? So should we change this Lost Boys to one where we go outside by you now.
No, you don't want. No, trust me. You would take one step off the plane and you'd be like, "Get me the fuck back in Africa. Fuck this. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this." You would step off the plane in like 40, 50-degree weather, which to us is like, I mean, maybe you wear a sweatshirt, but like it's just a little bit of wind, right? It's like that's not that bad. For you, probably 40, 50 degrees is like, wait, in Africa, do you guys use Celsius?
It's Trinidad, dude.
Yeah, but it's part of Africa, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's part of Africa.
No, it's in the
No.
Caribbean.
What continent is, hold on, I'm looking
We
it up.
are in the Caribbean, the West Indies.
Africa is a continent. What
And on the other side of the world, we are below you.
Trinidad. Hold on. What continent? No, it is. It's no. Wait. Hold on. No. I typed in the wrong thing. Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me fact check myself. It's not Africa. It is South. Oh, it's South America. Okay, I was wrong, but still much closer to the equator, and you would not enjoy it here. You'd like. Okay, you do you use Celsius though?
Yes.
Or you use Celsius. Okay,
Celsius.
but the conversion's only like a few degrees off, I think. Well, depending how, I think it like grows exponentially depending on how. I don't know.
Because
I'd have to look at the conversion chart.
I know for a fact. What?
Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. How? What temperature? This is horrible podcasting, but what temperature is it? What temperature is it where you are right now?
Now it is. 1 second. Okay, Google. What's the temperature like?
For this, Google Home.
Oh, okay, Google. Google is being a bee. Okay, Google. What's the temperature like?
The current temperature in Chaguanas is 25 degrees.
Look at this. It's 23 degrees Fahrenheit right now, which means for you, that would be -5, my man. -5. You ain't ready for this shit. I'm telling you. You ain't ready. It is -5 Celsius. And that 23 is like really not even that bad. We get to like I mean, as early as like last week, it was like -5 Fahrenheit. What is -5 Fahrenheit in Celsius? Oh my god. Oh my god. -20. You ready to step off the plane in -20-degree weather? Are you ready for this?
How about no? Because 3 years ago, I was in Miami for Christmas. It got a little chilly. No, thank you.
In Miami, you were in Miami and it got a little chilly. Wow, that is. You have warm privilege. You have such warm. You have. I'm calling it. I'm inventing a new thing. It's called warm privilege. People don't know what it's like to be fucking cold all the time.
You could just come and jump on a plane, head to South America. See if Agent Orange will let you his plane number 1 or number 2.
I don't know. I want to go there though. That picture looks amazing.
Yes,
I do want to go there.
And this is a beach that not everybody knows.
What's the name of it?
Okay.
Could I pronounce it? Am I gonna
Okay. Well, I will actually. I've been mispronouncing it for the day. Let me just pull up the name. Okay, why am I? Oh my gosh! I can't. Yes, so I had the name earlier, and now I can't find it. Why? That's all.
Well,
Location.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
No, that
Oh my
that
gosh, I can't find the name now.
I can't believe that's a real picture though, because that literally. I have don't get me wrong. Like, there are beaches in North America that I've been to that do look like just that good, but like right now to me it feels like such a dreamscape because I'm stuck in this like cold hell right now.
Okay, let's for the first thing. Well, a certain artist, I was sure you were expecting to be proposed to on Sunday
You want to
said.
okay? You want to get into this now? All right. Okay. Let's. Oh, no. Hey, hold on. Let's get into this. Because I'm pretty sure you fucking rigged the Super Bowl, my man, because you didn't want your girl getting fucking proposed to. Tell me I'm wrong. You fucking had you were spicing the pockets up. You did something. You fucking did something because she was pissed. See her face?
Uh, uh, uh,
So she
excuse
just
me.
come crawling back to you, right?
No. I have the perfect love. As I say, that Taylor, she just follows me everywhere because even on this trip, I now notice something about the Prince Williams thing, and I'm like, Taylor, get out my effing head.
Oh yeah, that's you know what I could tell when they were taking pictures of her when when I saw her on the jumbotron, I could see her. She was thinking, "Man, I wish Uno was here right now." I could see it all over her face. She
Oh,
was
really?
she was missing you, man. Yeah, totally.
Oh,
Yeah, the,
well, as my brother said, they not like us. They not like us.
nope, nope. You can't. You can't. One. We just established you're from South America, not Africa, so you can't call Kendrick your brother. Second of all,
Excuse me, Dylan, but you're my brother also.
all
So,
right, that's fair. That's fair. But I think Kendrick, man, I don't know. I like Kendrick. I like Kendrick as an artist. I just like there were a few songs that he did that like I wasn't like I don't know. I don't know. I've seen better. I've seen him live before. I've seen better performances from him. That's all I'm gonna say. It wasn't anything about his
no,
message or anything he was trying to
let
say. I just the actual performance and the choreography itself just didn't hit me the way like
uh,
I didn't enjoy it. It's whatever.
okay. Let me try to find my exact words right after the that performance. When I look at it originally, I was no fan of it. It was very weak.
Yeah, like
But when you really think of the subliminal messaging, that is what. Oh my gosh, I can't even find because I put it up.
and it's you see and like okay obviously I'm someone who sits I'm someone who breaks down rap all the time and analyzes
Mhm.
bars and like so yeah I caught a bit of it myself and what I didn't catch I was able to go and find YouTube videos on and yeah I like a lot of what he was trying to say I just don't think it was
Yeah,
executed very well that's
it
all
was like he tried an allegory, but
yeah I don't know
it
I
was
just
a real hit and miss.
but here's the thing bro like Eminem did the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and I didn't think his performance was all that hot either. I thought Eminem's Super Bowl performance was kind of shit, to be honest. Like I don't know. Something about like artists when they do the Super Bowl, they have to like tone it down or do some weird shit to like make people happy. Like I don't. It's weird. It's weird. Their
Yeah.
live performances at the Super Bowl are almost never like their real live performances. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Okay, so I found what I was my exact post about that last week. One of these days, fights prime view. Taylor Booth Kendrick mediocre. Wrong ones 100% right. Will on fire, and everyone ignorance is bliss. Because if you look at it, right, we are still talking about Kendrick and what happened. We're talking about Taylor and what happened. We talk about everything that happened last week. But yet, simple thing like food prices all over the world skyrocketing, bombs dropping on innocent.
And that's really,
But we still,
that's really what it
yeah,
is. It's all marketing ploy basically, and it's all to get
yeah.
you to focus on, like, look over here. I mean, why do you think
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump? There's a lot of reasons why Donald Trump went to the Super Bowl, but nothing that Donald Trump does is for one reason either, and nothing that any millionaire does or billionaire or any of these rich motherfuckers, including your girl, nothing any of
Yeah,
them
of
do is for
course.
just one reason. They're all playing elaborate schemes, and they let you
Mm-hmm.
see their face. They let you see their face in very particular places and very particular moments because they want
Mm-hmm.
to, and that's it. There's no
Yeah.
like, especially with this day and age, like, and technology, there is absolutely no privacy, but there's also no there's no way for them to, with how rich they are, they have access to anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're telling me that, okay, perfect example is Eminem. How often do people see Eminem? Barely fucking ever. And there are plenty of people who are richer than Eminem. Taylor's richer than Eminem. And
Of
you
course.
see her way more because she wants you to. It's all like a marketing ploy. And the fact that you saw Donald Trump at the Super Bowl is not a coincidence. They want us to look over here, so they're not seeing what's going on over here. Like, and if our
Mm-hmm.
president is at the Super Bowl, we're like, oh, look at, right? Like oh, this must be them. You know what I mean? Like, he's
Mm-hmm.
showing face. He's showing that, like, everything's fine. You know what I mean? I even your leader has the luxury of sitting in, top seats and just watching a Super Bowl game because everything's fine. And like, he wants you to know
Mm-hmm.
that everything's fine. And that's why
And the
he's
thing,
like,
yeah,
there's
and then,
like, it's all calculated. It's all
mm-hmm.
calculated. It's all
Yeah,
calculated.
because they make a lot of things that are not even supposed to be distractions, and citizens are the ones who are always the fool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And yeah,
Where
because when you think about what we doing, right, we will be the one divided, as I always will say. I'm gonna quote. Just because of Kendrick, I'm gonna switch up because on camera, the politicians, the celebrities, they'll show they hate each other. When they turn the TV off, turn the camera
turn
off.
this TV off. Yo, that was the funniest. That was the fun. Yo, that was great. And like, I got what he was trying to say. Like, literally, why the fuck? Like, he's literally like saying to your face, "Don't watch this. Don't watch this."
Mhm.
He's telling you, "Don't watch this." But I don't know.
Exactly.
The way it was executed was just so funny. It was like he was like, "Turn this TV off." I was like, "Yo, I'm
Yeah,
about to. I'm about
yeah,
to turn this
yeah. Because
TV off."
yeah, and it's not even the actual TV because it is turn off what you are hearing and seeing behind the cameras because we are fighting on camera, greatest fatality show ever, but you all are the ones who will be divided by what is being seen on TV and want to choose a side that is not even a side to choose because we are all together as one.
I'm sorry, but can you see? I'm just got mad distracted. Can you see turn this way a second. Can you see the shadow of my sister on the wall drinking coffee? Because I was distracted as hell. Look at her. Look,
yes,
yeah,
I'm
right
saying,
there.
yes.
Sit right there and drink your coffee.
Hey, sis.
Look, you can see the fucking shadow on the wall of her
Yes,
drinking coffee.
yes, I see my
She's
sister.
just sitting there
So,
observing, and you just see her shadow creep up behind me. It's not coffee, it's tea, she said. I love that. I love that line in the Spider-Verse movie where it's like,
wait.
why are you saying chai tea, bro? It's chai is tea. It's like saying tea.
My question is, so is she using that to actually spill some tea about Dylan?
You want me to spill some tea about
She doesn't know any tea about me. Get out of here, Tessa. Tessa, you watch your. I have a mute. No, you watch your fucking mouth. All right, what are you gonna say? Want to fight? Get out of here.
Hey,
You can spill some tea about you. How about that? How about that? Why do I spill some tea about you live on the fucking internet? I got a show to do. Get out of here. No, fucking I on you. No, fuck.
Okay. 2000 on your fucking ass.
wait. So quote.
All right, I got a show to do. Get out of here. All right, Uno. Before we go for another fucking 27 minutes, let's get into your pieces tonight. Because we can talk about Kendrick and Donald Trump and Taylor Swift for another fucking 2 hours. But yeah, we have some pieces.
No, I think that will be for Deep Cuts Dose.
There we go. All right. So, which piece you want to do first? Because they're both very interesting by the title.
Okay. Yeah. The first one is called Naked.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna drop myself out of here and I'll let you get naked. I mean, you know.
Oh wait, no. No, you're thinking Kate C. Kate C is the one who gets naked.
Yeah. Don't get us taken down. I'm pretty sure YouTube will.
Excuse me, but you always got this guy doing porno. Kate C.
No, that's the wrong site. That's the wrong site. It's white and black, not orange and black. Okay, let's fucking red and black, not orange and black.
See,
you're a little colorblind there. You're a little colorblind there, Uno. Wrong site. All right. Well, I'll let you do your thing there.
Mm-hmm. Naked. Ever alone in the heart of a crowd, standing on a dawn, no veil to confine, whispers, daggers, laughter, rain. I bared my soul, embracing pleasure and pain. A canvas laid bare, no armor to shield. Every secret exposed, every truth revealed. Weight of gazes, boulders on my chest. In chaos, I long to rest. Dancing in the light, my rawness I shun. Jesters around me turned to stone. They laughed at my flaws, my vulnerabilities. In their mockery, I found hidden keys. In betrayal, shame seeks to seize. There's power in standing alone, claiming your peace. Though the world may forget who I was in their eyes, I rise from ashes, unbound by their lies. Secrets I carry, shadows at midnight. Stripped of my heart, they take wing in flight. No longer a puppet to their fickle decree, I embrace my own truth. I am finally free. Let them all gaze. Let their mirth swell and swell in purest moments of broken their spell. I rise like dawn in my nakedness bold, my heart full of fire and spirit of gold. No more striving to please, no more heeding their cries. I wear my own skin under infinite skies. Every heartbeat, I could reclaim what is mine in my nakedness. Strength, forever I shine. Forever I shine. And now, the second piece, Bra People. As I look upon the beauty before me, her words give me clarity. Can't help but be hushed when I see beneath lingerie what beauty I clasp. I know the support a perfect foundation brings. Moonlit like pale, illuminating her gossamer veil. Vision of the lace where my fingers trail. There dwells a host both bright and grand, reminding me of sequin smiles and hooks in hand. Looking upon the words yet to be written, they sing as off I lift a vision of boundless grace, gazing upon full support in silk's embrace. Low vow straps grow thin, hollowed hold a daggering pin on blood let shoulders and pricked past cups of hollow promises. They cry our fabrics spun, shielding your soul, your bosom as noontide sun. Thread by thread, their seams betray a gaping void as trust decays. On the wire, a serpent's coil pricks flesh with false metallic toil, gleaming with gems, bend and bow. When storms descend, they crumple now. Clasp of treachery, dreaded clasp, a venomous art, a blade disguised as a friend's warm heart, with deft click in rents air, wounds unseen, keen as despair. I'll bear your weight, the brazen swear, spine unbraced, leaving you bare. There lays a veil of frailty creed, faltering when you bleed as you need. The quest for true embrace, rise seeker, wise and true, cast off gilded bonds that slew. Seek not sparkle nor guise, not in carnival hearts that lift you to the skies. Few whose seams hold fast, whose hooks are kindness forged to last. No gilded cage, no whispered lies. Their strength sustains with tempest vie. These are the hooks, release, lie. The wordy few sing ballads, ancient sages. Those who breast life's ruthless stage. Not all that glimmers guards your soul. True friends are corsets, steadfast and whole. Cherish the ones whose fabric spun with threads of dawn undying sun. In their weave, no flaw, no lack. They are the ones who have your back. Keep close to those who hold you perfect and support you even in midnights of life. Your midnight moments in this life. Anchored.
I like that. That was an interesting metaphor, and I really like what you did there. That's like not where I was expecting you to go with that, but I get it. I mean, like you are the boobs, and and your friends and family, and loved ones are the bra. I really get it. Like that is a crazy. Like I never thought you would go like that is. I never thought you would go like that metaphor when I heard the like title of the piece. I was like, what could this possibly be about? But like I really like that. I really like that fucking metaphor. That's that's cool. That's really cool and a really like elegant, very elegantly phrased too. Like I love your wording and how it was worded and phrased. But like, yeah, no, that's a really cool concept. Like the boobs of life. You know. Sorry,
We are the
I'm
boobs.
a child. Every time I say boobs, I giggle. I don't don't worry about it. But no, I really, yeah, no, that is a cool concept. I like what you did with that piece. I really do like what you did with that piece. And naked as well. I just and I kind of that one was more of like I was kind of expecting that topic. Based on the title, I was kind of, you know, in whatever way I was expecting it to be a very vulnerable. And I like how you said, like towards the end, like you know, just being that vulnerable and being that like naked and open is what's allowed you to shine and glisten or whatever you said. And I really liked how you phrased both of those pieces. So fantastic, well done, all around. I'm gonna bring these other guests up and see what they thought about it real quick. Um, hey guys, Caleb, what'd you think,
Hey.
man?
Hey, dude. So, you know how I am with metaphors, right? You've heard my pieces enough. Okay. So, when I see naked and brawl people, I was expecting naked and brawl people. Okay. That's not what happened. I really fucked with that naked. Okay. Like, real hard because you had the way you have just, like, everything that you have put in that piece literally describes the title of what you put for it, right? Like everything in that piece was naked. It was just a metaphor of being naked in some type of shape, way, or form. All right, and not even inappropriately, just the fact of being laid bare. Okay, and then brawl people. Dylan already said it. The fact that you made that like you're the boobs and your family, like that shit. That was cool. I fuck with the metaphors. That was definitely threw me off track. It definitely was not what I expected at all.
Yeah. No, but it was definitely interesting. Like a definitely interesting way to go with it for sure. Sorry, I muted you real quick, Uno. Just because there was a little bit of feedback while he was talking. But yeah, actually, it is. It's me echoing through your computer. It is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. We're coming through your computer and echoing back at you back through my mic. No, that was awesome. Robin, I don't know when you join halfway through his pieces? I'm not quite sure.
I was like right at the beginning of Naked.
Oh,
I came
awesome.
in.
So what did you think?
It was good. I tell you what, the way you've progressed over the last like however long it's been since I've been on a show with you, like you are definitely your delivery is awesome.
Thank
Good.
you.
Not that you were bad at
Yeah.
all before.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. As I said, um, well, as you all will get the inkling from Bra People intro. Well, I will call her my bra just because of the piece, because she is the one who really inspired the intro to Bra People,
Right.
and she has given me a new confidence to even do my poetry.
That's awesome, bro. Good for you. Good for
I
you.
love the analogy with the corset too. Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and of course, the corset is the Lost Boy experience.
absolutely. Very good. I liked it.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Um, cool. I will. I'm gonna get you out of here for now and bring up. Actually, I'm gonna bring up Miss Robin because she's been waiting hella long to be on here and actually be heard without getting cut off. So we're gonna make that happen as quick as possible. So Miss Robin Bowser is back. She is a poet, rapper, singer, Reiki healer, occasional drummer. I don't know if she still does that, but that was really cool when she was doing drumming. I hope she's been into it. We'll ask her. She is, and she dabbles in holistic medicines as well. Um, she has a Reiki studio of her own called Reiki Soul Studio, so you guys can go check that out. And you can follow her on Facebook at Robin Bowser. And like I said, we are not doing flyers tonight, so I'm just gonna bring her right up here. Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you? I'm finally on.
Exhausted.
Yay.
It's been a week.
Yeah. I know. I hear you. It's been a
Yeah,
year, and it's only
yeah.
what, February.
Is it cold and rainy and snowy and horrible where you are?
Ice. Yeah.
Oh,
Ice is
yeah,
everywhere. It's very
yeah.
slippery for sure. Yeah. This weather is crazy, but it's like back from whenever I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like this is the weather we used to have. So this
Yeah,
is
I mean,
like
I
years
live
left.
in I don't know if you know too much about New England, but we have a saying in New England, and if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes because it'll change.
Yeah.
And it is literally, but New England winters are rough, and I honestly I speak from a bias, having lived here my whole life, and really not actually a complete bias because I haven't really experienced any other winters, but
Right.
I have the internet and I know that like most people agree that New England winters are one of the roughest, and it's like it hasn't been as bad at like when I was a kid. I remember God like 2-3 feet, like huge storms, and it hasn't really been that horrible. We've gotten a few inches here and there.
Yeah,
So
when I was around for that, there was like a blizzard, and I don't even remember when it was, but it was lots of snow. I mean, I'm talking like 6 to 9 feet and like craziness. So that was
yeah,
the most I ever saw. But the
yeah.
last 5 years, it's been nothing. Like
I'm really not
it was
sure how much the most because I don't think we ever got that much. I
it
think
was
the
only
most
one
I've ever
time.
seen was like 4.5, maybe 5.
Oh
I
no, there was
think
like a big
like
tunnel through it, and
holy
like
shit.
as a kid, it was taller than me for sure.
Holy shit. Yeah, no, I remember there were some winters where I came out and it was like definitely halfway up the door and
Yeah.
like you know what I mean, or at least like I wasn't getting out that door at freaking 7-8 years old, and I mean I'm only, and as an adult I'm only 5'4". I'm still not doing so well. Okay, like most of these guys walking around, they trip in 2 feet of snow, like it's fine, they just brush it off. Like I trip in 2 or 3 feet of snow, like I
I'm
might
going under.
drown. Do you understand how that works? Like I might actually drown. Suffocate in the fucking
And you
snow.
know what? I have lived in multiple places, all over the place in winters in New England. That northern area is definitely the worst I've ever been to. I've gotten stuck in the airport there the most. That's for sure. Traveling, it's always an airport that your flight gets canceled every single time in the wintertime. So for sure.
Yeah, that's I actually one of our worst winters ever. was in like 2012 and or 2013, somewhere around there, and we got in the car the next day. We shoveled ourselves out and drove to Florida. We already had it. We were already
What a good
planning it,
feeling.
but we were already planning it, but we also knew like the snowstorm was coming as well. And we were trying to leave before the snowstorm. It didn't end up happening. We shoveled ourselves out, and I mean, not me. I was a child. I didn't. I did. Okay, I shoveled. I didn't drive. They made me do the bitch work because I'm a child.
Yeah, that's what you're there for. That's what I
Yeah,
tell my
right.
kids.
No, but I had fun in Florida, so it's the like they spend money on me, so that was kind of the, but yeah, I mean, it has been just a dreary, kind of like depressing winter here, and like, so I hope you're doing all right, and I hope
I'm
you're
doing
keeping your mental
excellent.
health up
I am.
because
Keep trying to keep my head above water. You know what I mean? It's a constant struggle, but
yeah,
life,
I have
you know,
and most people I know have seasonal depression. I think it's just like something all humans kind of struggle with to one degree or another. Is like during this time of
I
the
just
year, you
said
just kind of
today,
like, yeah,
I need to go tanning or like get some sun or something. I need that vitamin, you know, the vitamins.
yeah, those UV rays, just stand in front of a bunch of fucking black lights and
Red light, yeah. Red light
yeah,
therapy is
or
the word
just absorb it. Yeah, there you go.
for sure.
Well, anyway, thank you for finally being back with us,
Yeah, I'm
and
sorry. I keep missing it every time you ask.
no, it's okay. I just hate technology, and I wish like I was able to do this show live and in person,
Yeah, because that
because
that is 100% what keeps me from doing it. Is like I get so frustrated with having to like, I don't know. I'm not good with
yeah,
technology for sure.
I understand.
Feel like
I
I'm getting old.
understand,
But I am gonna do
man.
something I did on here before, but I just because I think everybody right now and they're like with the times the way they are and craziness the way it is, like we can lose ourselves. So that's what the film that
All
sad
right.
time. So
Well, so, you did join a little late. I did let these guys know though. We're gonna just do both of our If you have two pieces, we're just gonna do
okay.
both of them back to back. And then we'll
Understood.
comment on them afterwards. But what is the name of this piece you're gonna
It's
read
called
for us right
lessons.
now? Listen,
Lessons.
lessons.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll get myself out of here and let you get to it.
Okay. I was lost in the past. This I don't deny. A puppet to those who claim to be masters of my life. Government, religion, my lovers, society, and myself implied. They fill me with lies, information and history that to benefit them they falsify. My reality built on lies. I was taught to believe that if I don't comply, I will be crucified, which led me down a path that I refused to abide. So I looked for my true self, and through mind, body, spirit work, I found her inside. A soul that is young and spry, a soul that has nothing to hide. I recognized her from a different life. Finding her again, my energy started to untie. My connection to my higher self and my vibration began to amplify. I was given sight, only this time I was seeing through my third eye. The universe is fueling me with her life source supply, giving me all I need to spread my wings and fly, teaching me acceptance to be grateful and to be kind, instills in me patience and allows worry and anger to pass me by. Um, Gave me breath and meditation. Sorry. When gives me, sorry, breath and meditation for when life's trials are magnified. I gain knowledge of our existence. How? I couldn't not start to describe. All I know is I've raised my vibe, opened my mind. Negative things that do not serve love and light are no longer allowed to occupy. No longer will my abilities be classified. Desires, actions, and emotions I do not need to justify. I found with whom I identify. Easy to relate and diversify. Aligning and balancing energy is a service my soul was put in this body to provide. I'm a vessel for universal life source. All I needed to do was believe and have an open mind. A divine force so strong, my spiritual connection was instantly revived. Mm, I'm getting old, I can't see anymore. I felt the pull of my spirit guides, a sense of belonging and my reason for existence solidified. The tests in my life can now be rationalized, the ones that brought me to the brink of my demise. They were my sacrifice. I realize now that lessons are learned when you choose to roll the dice. That's it.
I really like that. I really like that. And um I have always been a strong like advocator of um just fucking up, because fucking up is really what it sounds corny, but what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And the more you fuck up, the more you're gonna learn. Simple example, right? I was and it just pops in my head because I was just watching the video a couple hours ago, and it was this kid, and he went to do his first like camping trip in the woods, and his dad set him all up, and his dad went to a cabin like a mile or two away, and he came back and like, or he asked the dad to come help him or whatever, and his wood had been wet, and his dad was like, listen, what you could have done is you could have dried it out by the fire, right, and then brought it into your tent for the night so it stayed dry. And he's like, but you know how I learned that? By not doing it. And that's really what it is you, that's how you grow as a person, that's how you learn lessons, is by fucking up over and over again. And oh, my mom used to tell me, like, she kind of like, because so she got beat up as a kid, so she didn't want me to get beat up, so she taught me kind of how to handle myself, like not like to like, we didn't have like dojo classes, but like to a certain extent she kind of taught me how to handle myself, so that I at a very young age, so that I wouldn't just get fucking the shit beat out of me. And she always would and she a lot of the time what it would consist of is her just like throwing me on the ground, and she would always say like, the only way to fucking learn how to fight is to get the shit beat out of you over and over again. Now, she's not going to beat the shit out of her son, but like, that's how she learned how to fight. And that's really how you learn how to fight through life, is you get the shit beat out of you over and over again. And it's with anything in life. I mean, that's how you learn how to cook, is you fucking burn shit and you taste shit that's like dry and fall fucked up. And like, yeah, that's how you learn the lessons. And I love that sentiment. I really love that sentiment.
Yeah, it's definitely. I know, like, I agree with her with the whole, because my son, he grew up with all his older cousins, and they like roughed him up. You know what I mean? Like, they were always wrestling and stuff, and he can definitely defend himself. To compare to like, a lot of the other kids, they're very
that's like, I feel like, and now what my mom would do was like, she would have like me or my friend, or like me and my brother, like, and she would have us like wrestle each other, and she would just show us things, because we were already wrestling, but she didn't want us to like fucking, she also didn't want us to kill each other. So she was
Right.
kind of trying to like, I certain points was like, yeah, she's definitely trying to like mediate this a little bit, but I think that's like healthy, because I mean, man, there are fucked up people in this world, and like, you never know when you're gonna run into someone, and like, and what the situation is gonna be like. It just like, it's good. I think it's good to have a little basis of like, not just learning how to fight necessarily, but just like getting roughed up a little bit, so you know what it feels like to take a punch in the face. You know what it like feels like to skin your knee, or like, you know how many kids don't know what it feels like to fucking run down a pavement and fall and skin their fucking knee because their moms nowadays are too fucking yuppie Karen bitches. Like, I don't know. Like, it's getting ridiculous. I think we just need to like play in the dirt and like rough each other up a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe it's just, maybe I'm getting old. I'm only 23, but
No, I grew up roughhousing it. We definitely, like, we had a sandblasting mine behind us in my house, and we would run on the sandblast hills and play like King of the Hill and push each other in it, which is like glass. If anybody knows what like sandblasting is, like bits of glass out all through it, and we're just like running around. That's what we did. We're alive. But the whole thing with love lessons is like, you're either the lesson in someone's life, or someone's a lesson in your life. Like, we have to kind of think of that. So no matter what's happening, it's a lesson that one of us is learning. So.
And I think like, I see, and now I have a very hard time like grasping this, but I've tried to come to the conclusion that everybody kind of comes into our life when they're meant to, and leaves when they're supposed to, and leaves whatever like every person that comes into your life, they leave something behind, and it's meaningful in some way, shape, or form. That it affects you in some way, shape, or form, whether you realize it or not. And the reason I have trouble struggling with it is because like I have a lot of friends who have died, and I don't necessarily believe that like it was their time and that they deserved it. And a lot of them just like fucked around with drugs, and like it is what it is. But you know, I think that like there is, you know, I'm not one to like ever sit here and preach religion because I'm not religious at all. But like I think that there is not necessarily a design or like or a overall arching purpose, but like I think that there is like a balancing effect that happens. Like the you know you lose this, but you gain this kind of thing. And I think that I think the universe has to work that way, and it has to kind of balance itself out.
Yeah, I recently heard, I forget where it was now. Oh, where was it? I'm not gonna remember. But it's when people pass away in your life, or like, you know, we're all here for a reason. This is my beliefs anyway. And whenever we pass, or people pass in our lives, we have to think of it as it's out their time and their part of their life that they are in the other side being able to guide us. You know what I mean? So now you have those people over there who are kind of like, because we're all, when we're born, if you're born life over life, you're born with the same people. You just are all around, you know what I mean? And then you kind of all come together again, you know? So it's, I don't know.
Interesting. I like that. I like that.
And the
See,
lesson, we all teach each other lessons while we're here.
see, and the biggest, so here's the biggest reason, like, and like I've gone in on this show so many reasons about like the reasons I'm not religious. You know, obviously it has a bit to do with not wanting to like just like not wanting to get into arguments with people because I already get into too many arguments. And if I were religious or political, like I'd get into way too many fucking arguments. I'm too hot headed for that shit. And then you know a lot of it, you know, there's a lot of reasons, but really I think what the main thing that comes down to it is I think that I'm one of the like, and I don't think this like makes me special in any way, but I think that I am one of the few people that's okay saying I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see. Like, you know what I mean? And then and I think a lot of what religion is nowadays is just like people trying to like put a ring on something that you can't put a ring on. And I really I really in a certain sense is like I want to like agree with a lot of the shit, but then like a lot of it just seems like so I don't know. I don't know. So that's kind of where I like align with your views. Is like, yeah, I think that we are here for a purpose, and I think we all come into each other's lives for a purpose. But I'm not ready to ever sit here and like try to say or contemplate. I contemplate, yes, but speak on really what that purpose is, or try to write a book about what that exact purpose is, for example. Not calling anyone out, just saying. But you know what I'm saying? Like I quantify something that's unquantifiable. I think that I'm okay with not being able to,
Right.
if that
No,
makes if that makes
and you know,
sense.
a
Yeah.
lot of the people who can don't enjoy it. You know, I mean, it can be pretty. It's a heavy thing to be able to do. Um,
Yeah.
but I think we need to just like the whole. I wish the word religion would just like disappear. To be honest, because it's like it's got such a stigma, you know, and it's just so not what it's supposed to be when you think of, you know, the politics of it and the structure of it. It's just not where it needs to be. But I think we need to be hearing more like of authenticity and compassion, because those are like
Mm.
states of beings that we need to focus on and stop focusing on like, I don't know, what's the bigger thing. Let's focus on right here, which is us and what
One
we can do.
hundred percent.
I don't know.
100%. Yeah.
You know,
I don't know how the hell we got on religion.
going on right now, the only thing that's gonna like alter the, or like combat, I should say, the negativity is people being nice and people being compassionate and people being like, the energy we put out will fight the all that negative energy that's coming, but they're trying to keep us negative so that we can't do that. And
And
that's
it's
why
weird because
that's why the newsman says what he says on the news every day instead of the positive things that are going on in the community. And that's why they're making it so hard to live, because of finances and you know, all this taxes and whatever else,
And it
It's
is. I think you nailed it. Like nailed it. Whatever they say, nailed it right on the head or whatever the fuck.
yeah, hit the nail on the head.
Yeah, hit the nail on the head. Right. I think that there's so much disingenuine, like just disingenuine, just fakeness going on. And I am I
Fraudulent.
am I am very aware that what I just said was redundant, disingenuine fakeness, but it really, like, I don't know how else to describe it because it is so, and me and Uno and Caleb were talking about it a little bit ago, and how with the Super Bowl and all, like, Taylor Swift and Donald Trump being there, it's like they want you to look here. They want you to look right here. Don't take your eye off this because we don't want you to see any of this shit. And
Smokescreen.
that's why we send our most flashy people over here to distract you. And that's what really, and more than ever, this Super Bowl felt like that. More than any other fucking Super Bowl before. I mean, I get it. It's like the most televised event, whatever. But like this Super Bowl in particular felt more than ever like a fucking press run or a fucking like rally or something than an actual football game, what it was supposed to be about, than
Yeah.
anything else. And it just felt
Like
like
another TV show. It's not real. It's not real.
I was like, why are they spending so much time focusing on fucking Taylor and Kendrick and Trump? Like, shouldn't we be focusing on the fucking Eagles and the like we like what? Are we not like we're more focused on what Taylor Swift's expression looked like than the fact that her boyfriend is losing the game? Like what?
Right.
It's a football game. We're supposed to be focused on the football, guys.
That.
I don't. It's a stunt. Like it just became a stunt, and same thing. Like I don't know, same thing with the Grammys and the Oscars and just everything, man. It's just not. It's not even about the fucking talent anymore. It's not about the people on the field or on the stage who have talent. It's about the people in the fucking chairs with the money.
Right.
And that's so it's fucked up. And the fucked up thing that the Grammys do, while we're on the subject, those fucking leeches, the fucked up thing that the Grammys do is they get every motherfucking year, they get the biggest fucking newest names out there. The people who are like just booming, like Jelly Roll, fucking Zach Bryan.
I want to stop you real quick because like Beyonce, what was she just on? She just did a halftime show for what? Something.
I don't remember, but
she had a halftime.
I'm talking about specifically the Grammys. The Grammys.
The Grammys too? Yeah. Okay, it was the Grammys.
They
whatever.
nominate, and they get the biggest fucking names there, and then they never win. They never fucking win. They just get them there so that people will watch it. Oh, Jelly Roll's gonna be at the Grammys this year. Oh, so we'll turn on to see if he wins. Didn't fucking happen. 2 years in a row, he fucking didn't win.
But listen,
he should have.
Beyonce won a Grammy.
Beyonce won a Grammy, of course. Because she's got the money. Yeah.
But wait a minute. She's like kind of like in with this whole Diddy thing that's going on. You know what I mean? Like she's been like named. So has Jay-Z, and we're sitting there applauding them. It just makes no sense to me. It makes no sense.
Money. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I want to see any other case ever that someone was accused of what they're accused of, and we're all standing around giving them Grammys. I just don't know. I think everything's a shit show, kind of.
It's crazy. Well, okay, but here's the thing is when they made all the fake Epstein lists, what happened was it lost a lot of naming people, lost credibility because now you have all these fake and now you have AI doing shit, and it's like
you don't know what's up and down, and that's why
you don't know exactly. You don't fucking know. And so now you can't trust no one. You can't trust anyone.
She's sitting in the chair and she's like, I don't understand. I don't know. I can't even look through anything online and know what's real and what's not anymore. She's like, that's how it is.
There are pictures and they look clear as day fucking real. And I know they're not. I know because I watched her walk backstage with her boyfriend after the Super Bowl.
Right.
Of her on the field kissing the fucking I'm sorry, I forget his name right now, but kissing the quarterback of the Eagles. Never happened, but the AI images are so fucking like they're getting so good now. And like and it's really kind of, by the way, it's really kind of shitty. I get like I'm not the first like her whole fucking appearance there was like, and I was just talking to Uno about it, was like a whole stunt there. But so I will be like usually the last one to defend some fucking millionaire fucking, I don't know. I don't trust any of them. I don't trust Taylor Swift. I don't trust fucking any of them. I think that they're all like in this like connected web, and they're all scheming together somehow. It's like, just, I don't know, man. Anybody who has over fucking $10 million is just a fucking piece of shit, and like linked to like the world's tragedies, in my opinion. Like there's something about getting to that level of fame that just like you get inducted into some kind of cult. Doesn't it seem that way?
You choose to, I'm sure. There's
Yeah,
definitely they're on a different. They're just on a
seems
different
that way.
frequency.
And I'm not saying I guess that's a bold statement. Everybody with over $10 million, but like most multimillionaires seem like they are connected with something weird, or trying very hard to not be connected with something weird.
Money in a sense is a vice. You know what I mean? It's a vice for us, and that's not something we're supposed to be doing. You know, and it's just.
But I do think
it leads people into corruption.
On a personal level,
our government right now.
And you're absolutely right.
We all could have been handed out like at least $100,000, $200,000 every freaking citizen. You know what I mean? For as much money that just got wasted and spent.
But also on a personal level, like it's weird because on one hand, like these celebrities become almost something inhuman, right? Like they almost like become even with plastic surgery and them changing their actual, like it feels like it's becoming more and more like build a bitch. And I don't mean that in like a horrible, like bad way, but I just mean like I feel like Hollywood's not even like trying to disguise it anymore. Like if you look at Sabrina Carpenter from like 3 years ago, and then look at her now, like it's crazy the way, like it's crazy. She looks like a fucking doll. She looks like she just came out of a box.
They all do, but how much of that though is just makeup? Is just, you know,
right. And but it's just weird because they're like pushing this like crazy fucking narrative that like just like look like a fucking Barbie doll. Like and even there's like they're doing this weird cover up thing with their skin now where they're just like always shiny, and it makes them even look more plastic, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like Ariana was doing it for a while, and then Sabrina, and like it's fucking, it's weird. But like on a personal level, it's kind of fucked up for them to like, because supposedly like he was, I don't know how true this is, but supposedly like Taylor's boyfriend was like supposed to propose to her or whatever, and then like I don't know, everybody's just like shoving the camera in their fucking, and I get that she's the biggest fucking pop star in the world and he's a fucking football player, but like don't you think that it makes it a little fucking harder to have a fucking human relationship? And when you destroy, like with cameras in your face, and then when you destroy these people's relationships by pointing cameras in their face, they become more and more inhuman and more detached and more like, fuck this, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, and it's because of
them spiral for sure.
Like, it's not just because of these weird like money and sex cults they get inducted into. It's also because of us. It's because of the consumers and the viewers and the paparazzi.
We put them there.
Exactly.
We put them there as their entitlement too. You know what I mean? And everything is in place because of the consciousness of everybody is putting it there. That's what we choose as a group to do.
Oh, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
Like if we stopped watching them, if we stopped buying their tickets, they'd go away, and the next one would come up. So we're choosing to do it, and that's I think what everybody needs to kind of like wrap their head around. You know, that's why I don't watch TV anymore. I try not to. I just don't want to be involved with any of it.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me sick when I'm in a room with the TV on, just because I'm hearing. Usually, it's my mom in the news, and it's like, you know, someone killed themselves, the house burned down, 8 kids died. Like it's like never anything good. I can't stand it.
Yeah,
So I don't know,
I
pushing everything
get
there, you know.
I'm kind of on it, and a lot of people are like, well, if you don't stay informed, then how do you fucking make change? Blah blah blah. And it's like, I get what you're trying to say. Like, I do get that perspective, but at the same time, like, are you staying informed? Or are you just filling your brain with whatever they want you to know? Like, I get
Right.
my news
I do my
from
research, or try
I get
to.
my news from people talking about the news on podcasts and hearing their
Right.
opinions and their hearing their opinions about it. I download
That's the
Spotify. I pay
my
my monthly subscription to Spotify and I listen to fucking all the podcasts I want. Or YouTube. Like, YouTube is way more fucking filled with propaganda and fucking like flashy in your face, here, get you whatever. And I do not eat, dude. I I don't even touch TikTok.
I've never been on TikTok either.
I should be like, I did set up the TikTok and put some like clips up there of the show like a year ago, but like, I feel like I feel like I get lightheaded. I feel like TikTok is like infectious, bro. It like infects you with a fucking like neurovirus or something. I don't know, this is like big fucking tinfoil hat talk. Hey, fucking hold on. Let's shout out to my man Chester real quick. Big tinfoil hat talk right here, but like, I genuinely think TikTok has like some kind of neurovirus like encoded into it, because like, you can't like you can't stop. Like, even if you want to stop, you can't stop. And that's why I don't fucking do it, because it like, and then when you hit the back button, it's programmed that you have to hit the back button twice. And most people don't do that. I've tried to get out of TikTok so many times to hit the back button, and like, it just goes to another feed, and I'm like, yo, so I stopped fucking forever. I stopped that shit forever. I'm never fucking scrolling through TikTok again.
Forever,
Ever. I stopped years ago. And
never even
like,
got on it. So
yeah, dude, I see my girlfriend, and she's just like, she's so helpless. She's so helpless. Like, like,
She's
she
so
fully
good.
admits it though. She's fully admits it, but it's sad, because like, it's like the one, it's like technology is like the one thing where like, even if you admit you have a problem, like, that's not even the first step anymore. Like, it doesn't matter if you admit you have a problem. You're fucked. It is a disease, and
I mean, I
it's
do the same
addiction.
thing, but I'm usually like watching something about space or energy or frequency or cymatics or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
science.
I try
But I
to.
sit here for hours and do it though.
Yeah,
So
like the YouTube video I was watching earlier today, and I think I was just telling you about it. It was a kid. He goes like on fucking outdoor adventures in the woods and shit, and
yeah,
his dad teaches him how to like survive and build fires and all that shit. And like, I think that kind of shit's like wholesome. Like, that's the kind of content that we need to be making. I want to be watching. Like, if
you
we're
want to
watching
thrive.
people do, it's okay if we're watching shit, but we need to be watching people do more wholesome things if we are watching shit at all. That's my opinion. Like, and
Yeah,
that's
it don't
kind of
have to
how,
be like
right,
anything in
right,
moderation is fine. You know what I mean? If you want to splurge and watch a show every once in a while, that's like, that's cool. But it's like like you said, it's all propaganda. It's all
right.
subliminal like messaging, and people are doing things for a reason. So it's like once I that clicked in my head, I was like,
Yeah,
I
you're
don't like being
100% right.
like that.
Well, it was that. So was that the only piece you have for us tonight?
Yeah,
All
it is.
right. Well, I'm gonna see what they thought about it. Sorry, we talked for a while, guys. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna get us back on track here. You guys catch her piece?
Oh yeah.
What did you think, Ono?
Okay, well, I must say it's sort of really linked into my bra people because everyone is there to teach us a lesson. Because on the discussion, I have my views on all of them. So first, let us.
We know your views
quote-
on Swifty. Yeah, I know we
No,
get
no,
it.
no. Here, because you would have noticed I put a certain verse about all these celebrities, and let me just do it the right way. When you walked through the door, it was clear to
No,
me.
no. Where's the mute button? Where is it?
Wait. What? So you're trying to do me like
No,
Kendrick did Drake turn the TV off.
yeah, you know what? That was his best. That was his best fucking. That was the best thing he fucking. And now he said a lot of shit. That was the best thing he fucking said. Turn this TV off. That was the best
Yeah,
fucking thing he said out of
yeah.
anything. That's why it was like the last thing he said too. It was literally at the last at the end of his performance. Turn this TV
Game
off.
over.
Turn this
Yeah.
fucking TV. Like, don't watch this shit. He's telling you, don't watch this.
No, because when you all were talking about religion, right? As I say, I do not believe in religion. Because look at every single religion in the world, every single book that religion come with, right? If you take out what the God aspect is, what does it leave you? Be kind to each other.
Yep.
Do not bullshit each other.
It's the golden rule,
money-
man. Do unto
Yeah.
others as you want fucking done to you. Whatever you do to people will return to you threefold. I can say it 10 other ways,
Mhm.
but like it's
Yeah,
the same in every religion. Yo, I just said that.
Exactly.
And both of the ways I just said that, the first way was the biblical version. Second way was actually from Wicca, which is considered by most Christians to be the opposite of them in devil worship. But tell me how it's the opposite of you in devil worship, yet they have a lot of these same exact fucking morals and principles.
And to quote,
It's all
religion-
the same
Yeah.
basic thing, man. Don't be a douchebag.
yeah,
Be a douchebag
and then the one that all of them always say, bitch, money is the one that corrupts everything.
Yeah.
Because,
right.
as I say, for the
No,
love of
actually,
money,
let me
Not
correct you.
everybody, though. Not everybody.
Let me
but
correct you
most.
though.
Mhm.
Power, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Power is what corrupts. Money
Lack
is
of
just a
accountability.
symbol. Money is just a symbol for power because money hasn't always been around. There was trade, but here's the thing: is whoever controls the power. Like power can be anything. Power can be slaves. Power can be. I have a wall and you do not.
Yeah.
That's from
Because
VeggieTales.
what happens is, because going on that aspect of money and power, right? Remember, money traditionally isn't what we know because look at what they want to do with crypto. So, money is whatever you give value.
Right.
So, you could say, simple thing like this show, right? We know that it will have its viewers, it has its haters. Dylan, just don't drink without flinching, okay? but we know the truth. So money really is not a physical thing, but is what could we give to the world, and do they say it has value? Because as they say, I was watching this one on Facebook the other day. You take a bottle of water from the grocery. You put it when you buy it in the grocery, it's like say $1. If you take it on a plane, it's like $20. But it's the same
I
bottle
mean,
of water.
we assign everything its value. Everything its value. I mean, dude, there's this tall boy. It's a Smirnoff tall boy. They make them at the gas station in my town. They are about $3 to $3.50. I went to a concert in the next state over, which is Massachusetts, and at that concert, The same exact tall boy that's $3.50 at my gas station cost me $15 fucking dollars. I kid you not, $15 for a tall beer. That's we assign everything. We assign everything its value, and money has no value without. No.
Yeah, because as you remember what I said, right? When you look at the religious aspect and the science aspect, what is the worst afterthought of both? Humans. Because if they say in the Bible, the Quran, or whatever, that humans was the last thing God created, and in science, the end of evolution are humans. So we are our own worst enemy. Because if you think about religion again, I'll say, if the other religion's wrong and your one is the correct one, how are you so sure that you are doing the right thing without even doing the right thing?
Sorry, I just got mad distracted because they both like vanished for a fucking second and then came back.
I saw the
But
blinking
no,
in and out.
Yeah, you're right. Really though, what it comes down to is like there is no one right thing. We're all kind of just guessing, and it's really it really comes down to just doing your best to not be a douchebag. I mean, really, that's what it like. Just do your best, and what the right thing is always going to be up for speculation, always going to be up for debate. But as long as you are doing what you believe is right, and that's crazy. That's a crazy line of thinking though too, because listen, I'm sure Hitler thought he was doing the right thing. I'm sure in his brain somewhere, his twisted fucking brain, he believed like this was the move, but and I'm sure like every serial killer ever has to like believe in what they're doing, right? You don't kill someone without believing that it's like the right thing to do, like in your head. So, but I think that like there is like, yes, the line is blurry. It's always going to be gray, but I think that there is like some general agreement amongst most human beings about like what the right thing to do is. Like, don't go and stab your fucking buddy in the chest because he stole your Xbox controller or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like that we generally agree that murder is not cool. We generally agree that that is for the most part, we generally as humans believe in monogamy. And even if you are in an open relationship and have that kind of agreement, whatever, naturally, I think most humans are programmed just primarily instinctually to get jealous and to be like protective of their mate or whatever. Like that's just a part of and there's a million other things that are like just like a part of the human experience that like everybody just, everybody feels fear, everybody feels love, everybody like there are certain parts of the human experience that are just kind of like, you know what I mean? And I think that there is a general agreement of how to treat one another that we kind of come to even without any laws. You know what I mean? Even without, the laws keep the fucking psychopaths in order and shit. But really, like, I think that we all know what the fuck the right thing and the wrong thing to do is, unless there's something really wrong with you. And if you don't, I think that there's always something you're doing to justify it. I think that if you're doing the wrong thing, and I think you're doing the wrong thing, and there's always some kind of justification. I think that's what happens with going back to our earlier conversation with rich people is what happens is when you make a compromise, you become compromised. And each time you make a compromise, you become just a little more compromised until you're able to let yourself compromise way more than you ever would have before, because it's the death of a thousand cuts. You know, you've made all these tiny little compromises, and you've basically just each one of them has destroyed just a little piece of who you are and what you are, and that's how people turn evil. That's how shit like Hitler happens. That shit like and that's what I believe is that most evil is made, and that's how a lot of fucking billionaires become fucking evil, fucking sadistic pricks. I don't think. I mean, maybe P Diddy was fucking a piece of shit when he was a fucking teenager, but I don't know. I don't think so. I think that he probably turned into a fucking I don't know, rapist, pedophile, whatever, because he was bored with his money and just got so sucked into fucking like. You make so many compromises, like I said, you just kind of get numb, and I think that's what happens to a lot of these people.
Yeah, no, but as you rightfully said before, is the power. Because when they see what they could do, who they can manipulate. And as we have to really think about, as I say, when Eminem spit that "We Made You," who really making these celebrities? Because
Yeah.
would you give a drug addict drugs every day?
No, of course not.
Well, and I have this thing with technology because I know you spoke about it earlier, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, absolutely.
If you have what should everybody have a gun?
No, and I do get what you're trying to say. I do gotta cut you off a little bit though, because we gotta get to Caleb. His phone is on low percent. I do want him to have a chance to perform, and he hasn't even really spoken much. Caleb, are you still with us, bro? Hello. All right. I think he
He's
stepped
off
away
screen.
Yeah, he stepped away from. Okay. All right. Sorry. Continue what you were saying though.
Yeah. So I was saying, if you don't want to give everybody drugs, you don't want to give everybody guns. Why is it you're making it so easy for everybody to have technology, especially now with AI? I'm not going to say the specific name, but you'll know the one I'm talking about when you say seek, because it actually showing you how it's manipulating that AI to think.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and you're 100% right. And that's what I was saying with TikTok earlier, and I was kind of like mincing my words with like neurovirus, but that's really what I'm thinking is it's mental programming. It really is. It really is mental programming. I 100% agree with you.
Well, I gotta go. I'm at 3%.
All right, do you have to? Ah, fuck. God damn it. See, yeah, I was trying to get to him before he had to go. Darn. All right. Well, that sucks. Well, I guess maybe here I'll do a piece in replacement of him.
Okay.
Just so we don't end the night all awkward like that, because that I was really trying. Yeah, I was really trying to like. I didn't want to cut you off, but I knew his phone was like dying, and I was trying to like.
And then he was off screen.
Yeah, get him on here before he cut off like that. That sucks. But you know what? He is on here quite often, and I'm sure he will be back next week. He always is. I'm sorry, bro. We will catch you next time. We can't shut up. I guess you know, man. Like I said, we can sit. I told you at the beginning of this episode, we can sit here and talk about this shit for hours, hours.
And remember what you said, right? We are trying to cut down the do everything that is so much, and yet look, we still run over the time because the discussion, the poetry is hot, but the discussion's even hotter.
Oh yeah, and that's why, like, legitimately, that is my favorite part of the show is just talking to you guys. So
yeah, because as we say, this is our weekly session to clear our minds, because
weekly therapy session, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, because sometimes we don't even have the people to talk to until we get here. We don't.
Thank you for being part of it. And yeah, I mean that, like I said, that, and I always say this, that is my favorite part about it is that I can give people an outlet where they feel comfortable to come and vent and express themselves and
Yeah.
and get that shit off their chest. So yeah, dude, thank you for being
And
part of it.
then
You guys have both been part of it since the very beginning. So I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. I have a piece that I found that is actually kind of perfect. So I'm going to do that piece real quick before we get out of here. It is called Gray. I don't know how many people have heard it before, but it is a spoken word piece that I wrote in 2017, 2018. I don't know. I don't know, man. I was in fucking placement and all fucked up and not in the best part of my life. But I was writing a lot, and I was watching a lot of spoken word poetry and like kind of trying my hand at it. So again, trying my hand at it. So forgive if this is not like grand standard spoken word. But that is kind of reminiscent of the conversation we've been having all night, or at least kind of reminded me of the conversation we've been having all night. And I don't really have anything more clever to say to introduce it. So I'm just gonna get right into it. This is great. This is a poem written between the darkest hours of the night and the brightest hours of the morning. Written between slightly intoxicated and not nearly drunk enough. Between roaring self confidence and teetering insecurity. This is a poem written not in black nor in white, but in the gray ink that blots out the story of our existence. This is not a guns rights protest, nor is it an NRA convention. This is me bringing a knife to the gunfight. This is not about siding with the left or siding with the right. This is about looking down the center of the field and trying to find an opening. This is not about whether you stand for what you believe in or whether you kneel for what you believe in. This is about finding common ground. And I'm not talking about black power. I'm not talking about white supremacy. This is a poem about a newborn mixed race baby meeting either one of its parents for the first time because that baby just wants to be held and rocked, doesn't care what color the fucking cradle is. This is not a woman's rights movement, and it's not a man's power struggle. This is that quiet moment of clarity right after the fight when you both wish things hadn't gotten so heated and you wonder why you wasted so much energy. And despite what it may seem, this is not a protest or a speech. It's not a public service announcement or a come to Jesus moment. This is not a rallying point for the masses. It's not a call to arms, and it's not my attempt to make you see the light. But what we do need to see is the other side of the fight. See, at the end of the day, we're all the same, no matter who we choose to ridicule or blame. At the end of the day, your problems are my problems, and his problems are her problems, and them's problems are they's problems. And I know somebody's probably going to have a problem with how I use those pronouns. And maybe that's part of the problem. But regardless, my point is that these problems are our problems because this is our home. This is our future. And no matter what borderlines, oceans, genders, races, or religions separate us, we can't afford to be divided anymore. It is tearing us apart. They say the best way to hide something is in plain sight, right? Maybe that's why we can't see all of this gray. Maybe it's because our world is so overwhelmingly enveloped in it that we've become blind. It kind of feels like we're all just walking through and drifting through an endless wasteland of thick fog, and we keep bumping into each other and murmuring to ourselves like a badly rehearsed play because we can't see how or where our path intersects with anyone else's. Look, I know things are just so much more certain when you stay on the beaten path and keep your eyes looking down at your feet. I know it's just so much safer to ignore what you can't see. And I know it's so much easier to carry on pretending to see the world in black and in white. through the rose-colored glasses that society has forced you to wear. But I promise you, once you take them off, once you pick your head up and pay attention to the gray that's all around you, your world will explode into a rainbow of colors. You'll finally be able to see all the colorful paths that have been laid out in front of you this whole time, like the crayon scribbled menu on the back of a children's menu. What I'm trying to say is maybe we just need to grow up and see the bigger picture. Yes, you might have to use a little brain power. Yes, you might have to read between the lines occasionally. And yes, you might have to develop a little fucking empathy to see it. But I promise you, it's there. Even in the air you and I breathe as you hear these words, because this is a poem between having the room to breathe and gasping for air, between being completely exhausted and more awake than I've ever been. This is a poem between right and wrong, about life and death, about you and me, about the choices we've made and the choices we decided not to make, about what we know and what we haven't grasped quite yet. Because all we know is that we exist. Everything else is perception, isn't it? And that is great. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What'd you think of that one? Oh, no.
It just gets better.
Thank you.
That
Thank
was
you.
like my
I
favorite piece you've ever done. I don't think I've ever heard it, and it was amazing.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank
I think
you.
that's
I
it's like
appreciate it.
the third time you performed it.
Yeah, I haven't done it much on this show. I know I have done it, but I haven't done it much on
Yeah.
this show. Yeah, no, like I don't write spoken word very often, but when I do, it's something it's definitely something meaningful in I tend to, like, if I'm expressing like my own depression or my own mental health struggles like that, I tend to go more rap or rhyming poetry. But if I'm like expressing like the outer struggles of the world, I tend to go more like spoken word.
That's so funny that you said that, because I do the same exact thing.
Yeah.
I really do.
Hmm.
I'm always like, all my hip hop stuff is like my personal stuff, and then
Yeah.
all my just my writing, my poetry is
Yeah,
just I do have a little bit of poetry. I get where you're coming from there.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I do have a question for Mr. Robin here. What exactly is he Reiki?
Reiki energy work,
Yeah.
working with your energy field in the body. And I do massage as well.
You've never heard of Reiki before?
Reiki, never?
I heard of it, but I never really
Yeah, so you have an
like
energy system, just like
understand.
you have a muscular system, just like you have a, endocrine system, just like you have muscular system, you have an energy system. It's your aura, and everybody knows them as now as chakras. They're just your energy centers. Each one of those energy centers is tied to a part of your body. So like like I said before, your cardiovascular system, your endocrine system, all that. So
Hmm.
and it's kind of like, think of it as emotions. It's like it's where your emotions kind of deal with. So whenever you're upset with a certain thing, it's going to affect a certain chakra, and when that chakra is not performing correctly because of that, or you're putting too much energy into that thing, then that part of your body starts to get sick.
Think about it like like stress. You ever get a stress headache?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You ever just been so stressed out it gives you a fucking headache? It's like that.
Yes.
That's that. And
You've heard of your chakra system before, right? Like chakras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. It's just a system in your body, and I'm able to kind of, like, I don't know, work with it, feel it. I'm very intuitive. I've always been.
disperse it, move it around.
Yeah, move it around,
See,
kind of balance you out.
see, that's
No,
like
but
I have I've done like a little bit of like Reiki work with various people, and like that is one thing that like was like very stressed to me, at least, was just like displacing it so it's not like when you have a lot of bad energy in one place, like just learning how to displace it, and you can do it yourself. You can do it. You can work. You
Absolutely.
can do work on
There's
yourself,
some self
and
healing
it's
system.
like learning how to like I said, like the stress headache, like you have, and the way I think about it, like is like I have all this like bad energy or tension like built up like here, and as you would say in your crown chakra, and like a lot of what I learned is just like how to disperse the energy and have it not like bunch up in one place.
It,
Yeah,
it's about relaxation and it's about being able to be in the void, if you will.
it can be
Put
really
yourself in a
helpful.
state where you are, I don't know, not here or there or anywhere really. You know what I mean? I don't know. Where you're not thinking about anything and you're just relaxed. That's
Mm. No, so okay. So it's a kind of meditation technique, sort of.
absolutely,
Yeah, and
absolutely.
it also goes very well
It's
with
really, really interesting. It goes way back.
goes
It's
well with
definitely,
yoga.
you'll feel it. You can feel, and it's a lot of like Tai Chi, all that. All that is all similar. It's just energy, moving of energy, and
Yeah,
balancing of energy.
yoga is actually like the most mainstream version of that.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly what yoga is. It's not yoga's not just stretching.
And
Um,
also, we're antennas. We're walking antennas. So I can like harness. You know what I mean? And I like how somebody can walk in the room and their energy is so vibrant that they change the room. It's that energy that we can work with.
yeah.
Okay, and
I love what you do. I want actually, you know what? Save a lot of this because I'm gonna do
Okay.
another deep cuts with you. I want to go more in depth about Reiki too. I'm gonna actually come up with more like a list of questions for you because
yeah.
I am for one super intrigued, and for people who like who don't know anything about Reiki, I think it would be super cool for us to do a deep cuts episode and just kind of go into in depth on that. So
Really something we
message
should have
me.
been taught in kindergarten.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. Yeah, message me
Yeah.
and we'll figure something out.
Really.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
and one question also, right?
yeah.
With Reiki, you know, I don't want to even call it deja vu, but that I don't know if you Dylan has ever experienced like multiple times you have gone, you never went to a place, but you actually know about buildings or something about the place.
Yeah.
Is that, or could that also be part of Reiki?
It's energy, it's frequency, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? So
Yo,
that would probably be more of like a past life or
it could be
a
any number. Yeah, the two things that occurred to me, both viable options, and either could be true, is past life or astral projection. Those are the two things that like
right.
popped into my mind when
Yeah,
you said that.
because no, because why I was thinking about it, right? Several times, and I'm talking about within the last month, places I have never been before. I will just get this vibration. Okay, you're coming to like say a blue building or a yellow building, never knowing the thing, and then like even today, some where I was never even heard of the name of the place before, and just was there.
I think that all humans possess a certain amount of clairvoyancy, and it is and it's really up to how much we allow ourselves to tap into it. I mean, I have deja vu
Mm-hmm.
significantly. I significantly I have proven beyond a reasonable doubt to myself that my deja vu is not deja vu, and I have actually
Mm-hmm.
seen things I have seen things in my dreams
Mm-hmm.
that I end up witnessing in real life. Like, call me crazy if you want to, but I've proven it by writing it fucking down in a journal. You can't. It's on a paper in fucking in fact, like it's in writing. So I've proven myself beyond a reasonable doubt that I possess clairvoyancy, and I believe that most humans do too. And I think a lot of people have experienced that at least once or twice in their life where they have a dream about something and then like that exact thing happens and like what the fuck, like I dreamt this.
I astral projected for the first time ever, and I wasn't even trying. I don't try to do that shit because that stuff kind of like almost like a little too much for me. You know what I mean? And it was so crazy. The story. I can save it for next time because I know it's getting late. But it was a nutty experience because I'm like I meditate. I don't as much anymore, which is kind of sad. But there was a time where I was doing it all the time, and I definitely, my frequency was raised.
Well, definitely that is part of DC too.
Well, you know what, guys? You know what raises my frequency is coming on here every week and talking to you guys, and that really helps me. So thank you guys so much for being here. I know
Thank
that
you,
was
Dylan.
kind of I know that
Really
was a
love
kind
to
of
see you.
shameless transition there, but it was a very genuine thank you because I really do enjoy being on here, and it really is a very healing experience for me and for you guys. So thank you for being part of it.
And what I was saying before, we come on here, we get our healing, and I'm sure it have people who are hearing it and getting their healing and knowing that they are not alone in this battle.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that you guys feel that way because that is the environment that I have tried to create, and I'm glad that I have succeeded in that. Thank you guys so much for being part of it. Everyone else, make sure you go check us out on all the platforms. Stay tuned for more deep cuts, hopefully with Miss Robin very soon. And stay tuned for more of our live episodes next Saturday and every Saturday for the foreseeable future at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much for being here. Peace out.
Thanks, Dylan. Later.
See